Hello and welcome on in. My name is Junie or June. I go by she, they pronouns. And today we're going to be touring the Patch. The Patch is an island that I have made myself on my own time, and it's officially time to say goodbye. It's very sad, but I can't wait to see the new beginnings that we will have on this island. I would also like to take a moment to remind you to subscribe. Right now, 88.4% of you are not subscribed, and subscribing really helps the channel out, as well as hitting that like button. I would just super appreciate it. So now let's get into the game. Okay, so here we are at the airport. I cannot wait to show you guys this island, but I think first we should start with the handy dandy map, just to kind of show you the layout. Now, paths, I use custom paths. This was actually the first time I ever have done a cottagecore themed island, and I actually enjoyed it. I was kind of nervous to do it at first because it was my first time. I don't even know how to explain what I normally do. I had this island that I really liked called Delta, and it was kind of just me doing whatever I wanted, and it worked out great. I liked it. But I decided to try cottagecore, and I actually very much enjoyed it. So that's kind of the theme. I try to go deep into mushroom kind of things, and also I kind of made up in my mind that each villager has their own shops and they kind of help out the community by selling things. First, we got my character. Don't worry about the name. That's one of the reasons why I'm restarting this island, is because it has my dead name, and I would keep this island if it wasn't for that. And then next we have Beanie, which if you haven't been in any of the Twitch streams, you probably don't know, but we have a mascot called Bean Rat. We were playing Jackbox one day, and the chat saw this character and was like, okay, that's your mascot. It's a Bean Rat. And so that's been the thing. So we have like a little area for that. It kind of doesn't match anything now, but I just decided to keep it because why not? Again, I was doing this island and I was trying to finish it quickly. I do still love this island. I think it's beautiful, but I did want to finish it quickly because of the whole dead name thing. I didn't want to have this island too much longer, if that makes sense. So I was kind of just trying to get it done because I liked the progress I had made on it so far. I just didn't want to have to deal with that whole situation. So we have Agnes, Nibbles, Mac, Meringue, Tia, Truffles, Sprinkle, Chai, Anka, and Bob. And as you can see below is my dream address, so feel free to come visit at any time you would like. Okay, so now I think it's time that we should tour the actual island. So for the entrance, I didn't do too much to it. I kind of kept it simple, which is very different for me. I normally try to go like out of the way and, you know, make it big and extravagant, and normally with a ton of waterfalls. A lot of people don't like my island because I have so many waterfalls. And I know a lot of people don't like the sound, but I actually enjoy it. You come through here, and this is basically the whole entrance. I watched a video on YouTube, and I wish I could remember who did it, but it really helped me out with cottagecore, and they basically said, place everything everywhere. Don't have, like, this big plan. Like, obviously plan out your areas, but don't, like, plan where to set things. And that's kind of what I followed, and it seemed to work out. So I put this bucket by the water, because I was like, I don't know, maybe they get water from the river over here. So we do a jump. I thought I was really smart by putting this storage right here, because this storage, like, it's just nice for when you want to go to treasure islands, and, you know, you could just come over here, put your stuff away, go back to the treasure island, you know? It's not cheating. It's not cheating. So I'm going to come all the way down here, And this is where Anka and Agnes live. And they run a store called Fish and Chips. Agnes will grow potatoes and sell potatoes. And then Anka likes fish because she's a cat, so she goes fishing, and they run a shop together called Fish and Chips. I just thought it was a cute idea. Also, I want to mention my beaches have nothing on them. Again, I was trying to get this island done as quick as possible, so there's nothing on my beaches. Okay, so then we have this little area. This kind of just goes to the beach, or you could go to this pond to fish. But let's go back this way. And we'll come up here. And up here is where Resident Services is. Today we have Leaf. Do you guys like Leaf? Because, like, me, personally, I love Leaf because I'm a sloth lover. I can't help it. But that mouth needs to go away. Like, that is the clowniest thing I've ever seen in this game. No, Pietro is in this game. But anyways, I don't like clowns. I am petrified of them. So let me know in the comments below. Do you like Leaf? Or even let me know what your favorite NPC is. I would be interested to know. So we're going to come up this way. So this path is just another one that leads to this pond. I feel like I'm always lacking on putting ponds in areas, so I really tried to do that more in this island. So over here is actually my house, and I wanted to do a farming area. I thought it would be fun to make my house like a little farm. And convenient to have everything here where I could just pick it up as I need it. So we got all of our crops here. And if you look, you'll notice I don't have any potatoes because I am not about to make competition for Agnes. I'm not about it. If you want your potatoes, you go down to Fish and Chips, okay? So, this is like the silo. I don't know what this machine is. Can you tell me? Please let me know. I also really like these, especially today. Look how windy it is. These are wheat fields, right? I love it when it's windy and they're blowing everywhere, but I wanted to make it look like this tractor was kind of plowing them, or I guess picking them up, you know? So I did this little thing behind here. I thought that was very cute. So we're going to come down here. And then down in this area, I wanted a red scooter, okay? So I gave myself a red scooter. That's about that. And then I thought it would be cute to have a little sitting area next to this waterfall. So now, as we venture into the house, I'm gonna admit I'm not too good at decorating houses. Honestly, I wish I was better, and I want to learn how to decorate houses so bad. But I did the best I could. So again, I wanted to make this house have more of a farming essence to it. It's pink and brown. I kind of did the wallpaper first and the flooring, and then picked objects that would match that. So we got a little, is it a pet bed or do they call it a cat bed? I can't remember, but I normally have a little turtle, or I'll go fishing for like a turtle, and I'll say that turtle is my pet. When you touch the turtle, I would say, yeah, if it bites you, it means it likes you. It was this whole thing. But I unfortunately didn't get a turtle this time. We have a little washing area. I don't know. It's cute. I think the colors go. I also thought it would be fun to make a crafting room. And normally if I make a crafting room, I put it in the basement. But I was like, why use up so much space for just crafting? So I decided to make a craft room on the side here. Kind of give it like garage rundown vibes. I put boxes everywhere because, you know, you gotta have your stuff where you need it. So, maybe there's some crafting supplies in the boxes. We got our toolbox. We got our little radio we can listen to while we craft. We got a bird. So yeah, I think this is pretty cute. I definitely wanted to make it look more run down and garagey, if that's a word. And then we have a little bit of water, which I'm actually thirsty for water right now, but I don't have water. This is your sign to hydrate. Get some water. But yeah, that's kind of what I went for, and I like it. So this is my bedroom that I made. Again, farm vibes. I thought the floral wallpaper as well as the plaid gingham. That's gingham. Curtains really went with this room. I like these little fishies. I kind of pick a color scheme and go with that. That's kind of my thought process. I'm not too good at designing the insides of rooms and such, but I try, and I would like to know your guys' suggestions. Do you have any suggestions for me for how I can spruce up my building skills? What do you do when you build? But yeah, so I have this mirror thing. I'll think of the word later and put it in while I'm editing. But I have this, and normally I'd put a chair in there just to make it look like it naturally would. But when you have a chair, you can't use it. So I was like, fuck the chair. We don't need it. And I didn't add it. So over here we have the bathroom. And it's okay. I think the bathroom is my least favorite because I kind of just threw stuff in here. I tried to make it old lady-like by adding this candle because I feel like every old lady... or even person, I mean, if you enjoy it, every old person has one of these in their house. This, candle arrangement. I don't know. But that's kind of what I wanted to make it feel like. Yeah, more, it's, expensive-esque, I guess. Not really sure. I was just like, hey, this looks like it would go in the bathroom. Put it in here. So now heading upstairs. Up here we have a kitchen. So kitchens are very hard for me. If you can make a kitchen and have it look normal in Animal Crossing, I need your tips, bad. Because all the counters look totally different. They don't line up. I know these two are, separate counters, but, even this, it doesn't line up. It's weird. I honestly, I do not know how people do the kitchens and make them look so great. But props to you if you can make a great looking kitchen. But yeah, so it's just your typical farmer kitchen. I kind of did the floral patterns. I did some cooking, some meat stuff. I just threw in stuff that I thought would be in a farming kitchen. I thought the patterns were cute. I also put Tia and Nibbles up here on the wall because if you don't know, Tia is my wife and Nibbles is my daughter. They are my two most favorite Animal Crossing villagers, and I won't take that back. They're literally my favorites. I love them so much. They're so cute. So yeah. So now we are in the basement, and this room, I decided to make a planter room for the farm. So when they're working on farming things, I thought it would be really cool to have an area where they kind of plant stuff, they water stuff, maybe they're, picking the crops and they have the vegetables ready. I thought this was a really cute idea, and I decided to do it in the basement. I think it came out pretty good. Again, I just kind of worked with what I had. and I think it looks nice. Okay, so now we are leaving the house. We're gonna come up here, and up here we have Chai. Hello, Chai, and Tia. They both run a tea shop, and basically Tia is the owner, and Chai is just, trying to learn the ropes of running a tea shop. I thought it was a really cool idea. Chai comes here to get the secret ingredient for like their extra special tea that she doesn't tell Tia about at all. She's like keeping this a secret from her. So I don't know where Tia is right now, but Chai's over here running the stand, watching out for people that are coming. Let's go up this way. So if we climb up here, right here is the museum. Now normally I make my museum entrances like so over the top. This time I decided to make it, it's there, like I didn't want to do anything extra special, so I just kind of put it there and called it a day. I think it's pretty cute though. I like the simpleness of it. When you have a museum, it doesn't always have to be, oh, there's Bob. Hi, Bob.
Hello there.
Okay. But when you have a museum, you don't always have to have an over-the-top place. You can have a museum and just have it be there, like kind of, I don't want to say run down, but it could be simple. Simple is cute, too. And then I put this little telescope by it where you could look out. I thought that was very cute. This is Bob's house. Bob, I think I was going to actually have Bob have a store, and then I just didn't make it. I was gonna have Bob either run a joke store or like a souvenir store for the museum, because I thought that would be a cool idea. I guess I totally forgot. But instead, over in this little area that's kind of hidden, Bob reads. Bob doesn't want anyone to know that he actually reads books. He tries to, make himself out cooler than what he is, and he's like, I don't read books, but he has a book collection over here. He kind of just chills. And yeah. So now I got to figure out how to navigate this because like it's kind of how do people do these videos? How do they do these videos? You come over here and this is Sprinkles' house, and Sprinkles, of course, would run a ice cream shop. So you could come over here and get some ice cream. Seems like no one's tending to their stands right now. Everyone seems to be closed. So let's go this way. And over here, Meringue, our lovely queen, she's, checking the register, making sure it's clean and everything. Meringue runs a bakery as well as a flower shop. Meringue wanted to run both of these shops, and, more power to her. Business is going good. No, honestly, I really wanted a flower shop. So, I know I like Meringue having a bakery because I feel like it makes sense. So I was like, I'll do both. Why not? So, yeah. Meringue's eating a sandwich. Can you get a sandwich from a bakery? I don't think so. Meringue's eating competitors' food. So this area, I kind of just threw together, and I don't mind it. I never use these little tents as much as I tell myself that I am going to use these little tents. So I decided to plop one here, and I actually think it's pretty cute. So now if Meringue wants to go camping, she can in her little tent. So over here, we have the rock garden that I made. So I didn't really know what to do with the rocks. Normally I make a rock garden because I don't know what to do with the space provided. But this time I was like, I don't know what to do with the rocks. So I was like, I guess I'll do a rock garden. And I put these nice little mushrooms. They're kind of supposed to look like they're like at different growth. But I think it's actually very cute. And it came out very cute. Then you come down here. This is another little sitting area. You could look over the cliff. I thought it was very cute. And then you could come over here. And we have Truffles, which Truffles is kind of mad at Bob. So on my HHP island Happy Home Paradise. Bob owns the pizza shop, the restaurant. I made it into a pizza shop. So Truffles is kind of mad at Bob because Bob gets more customers than Truffles. So Truffles is over here trying to work and, trying to prove that they could be better than Bob. So then you come down this ladder, and over here we have this cool little pond. When I saw this, I wanted to use it so bad, so I decided to put it here. I thought it would be very cute, as well as another little seating area. If you have space, make it a seating area. It'll work out, I promise. I also wanted to do a little drive-in area because I've seen so many people do it. I've seen most people do it with like a wheat field, but I wanted to make mine look more like it matches my theme. So I did some flowers, some custom designs on the ground, and I think it worked out pretty good. Let's come down here. If we go this way, this is where Nibbles lives. And Nibbles runs her little orchard. So she comes and sells the fruits. You could go pick them yourself. And yeah, I thought this was a really cute place to put Nibbles and, a cute store for Nibbles to have to sell. It's also very convenient because if I ever have friends or people that need every kind of fruit, I've always been known as that person to have them. So it was a really nice way. So if a friend needed a certain kind of fruit, they could come pick them and, take them away. They grow back. I don't mind. So then we come down here to this little closed off area. And we come up here. This is where Mac lives. Now, Mac is very different from the rest of the people here. Mac actually doesn't like people. Mac likes to be alone and likes to just fish. So I gave Mac this little path to the beach so he could go fishing. He doesn't want to run a store because, that means he has to talk to people. He just kind of wants to be on his own, and that's okay. So he kind of does everything himself. So then over here, we're not going to go inside. If you would like to visit the dream address, you can go walk inside all you want. Because again, this was kind of just something I was like, it's taking up space, it could stay. But this is our little bean rat area that we made. It's surrounded by trees, so no one can see it. No one can know about it. So yeah, that's basically what that is. Again, if you want to go inside the house and see all of that, visit the dream address. So now we're going to come up here behind the bean rat house, and this is where the campsite is, which I figured that, with it being cottagecore, the best part was making the campsite. That's what everyone's going to be so happy about. So I really tried to make it look kind of like a fancier campsite with these fancy sitting chairs. And yeah, I think it came out cute. They have little music things, so they could play whatever music they want. They could come over here and cook. They got their supplies here. I think it's a very, very cute little campsite area. So now, if we go this way, this is where my Nook, Cranny, and Able Sisters is. And I love for my Able Sisters to put out my designs I make. If you don't know, I make designs. I have videos where I am actually taking plushes and making designs out of them, and it's a lot of fun. So definitely go check out those videos after this one. But yeah, I like to put my little designs out front. So now Nook's Cranny, I didn't do much with it. Again, it's supposed to be kind of like a rundown store. Nothing special. You got a basket out there. I have this ladder, so it's easier to get up to Meringue's house. I put this little cart with a box on it back here. That's how they get inventory, I guess. And yeah, I think this is very cute. You can come hop over here, and this will bring you right back to resident services. And that was the Patch Island. I think it came out pretty good. It's definitely one of my proudest islands. I would like to thank you all so much for watching. And if you could like and subscribe, I am at 100 subscribers going to make an edible string cheese beard because I want to do it. I came up with the idea and now I want to do it. So please give me that excuse to do it. I would super appreciate it. And as always, you are loved and you are valid. Here comes the bean rat. Here comes the bean rat. Here comes the bean rat. Bean rat. Bean rat.